welcome. Salam Malaysia Madani. You're watching Malaysia Tonight with me. I'm Jessica Lee. Our headlines for this evening. 1.27 billion ringgit development allocation for Negeri Sembilan. The risk assessment of COVID-19 infection next month. A total allocation of 1.2 billion ringgit has been announced by Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim for implementation of socio-economic development in Negeri Sembilan. Now, the amount included an additional allocation of nearly 1 billion ringgit for the state's development. He said the new projects for the state this year included building an exit road from a proposed new toll to the Seremban Central Ring Road, costing 600 million ringgit. Now, also announced was to build a road and a bridge across Sungai Sepang to link Bukit Pelanduk, Port Dickson with Sungai Pelek at a cost of 160 million ringgit. The Prime Minister also announced the construction of Education Ministry facilities at a cost of 280 million ringgit, which includes rebuilding of dilapidated schools and strengthening special education.
Ekonomi Negeri Sembilan, tadbir urus, tahniah kepada Menteri Besar kerana jalan teratur, baik dan bersih. Kajian 10 penggal yang akan dibentangkan pertengahan akhir tahun ini akan kita beri tumpuan beberapa perkara yang mendesak di Negeri Sembilan. Tapi untuk peringkat sekarang ini, peruntukan pembangunan Negeri Sembilan ialah hampir 1 bilion ringgit. Dari keseluruhan pembangunan sosioekonomi, selain yang saya umumkan 1 bilion tadi, penambahannya menjadikan keseluruhannya 1.27 bilion ringgit.
Datuk Seri Anwar said this in his Aidilfitri message at the Malaysia Madani and Negeri Sembilan Aidilfitri Open House at the Seremban City Council. Now, according to the Prime Minister, the government is also allocating 5.8 million ringgit for repair of health clinics in Jelebu, Jempol, Kuala Pilah, Port Dickson, Rembau, Seremban and Tampin, and 318 million ringgit for the construction of new mosques. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister said the unity government needs to demonstrate leadership to ensure today's administration is strong and the economy is stable. He said if the government is unstable and the economy is weak, the country, especially the people, will suffer.
Sebelum ini sudah tahu tentang Amazon, AWS yang telah bersetuju menjadikan Malaysia sebagai pengkalan. Banyak negara-negara yang mohon, Filipina, Indonesia dan lain-lain. Saya semasa pengumuman itu dan saya beri rakaman awal, saya di Manila dalam pertemuan dengan syarikat besar. Semuanya terkejut dengan pengumuman Amazon memilih Malaysia kerana semua mengharapkan Amazon memilih negara mereka masing-masing.
He said the move was because investors are confident in the country's leadership, stability and future, and as such, particular attention must be given to political stability. Now, the Health Ministry, or MOH, will carry out a risk assessment of the COVID-19 infection situation in the middle of next month, following the announcement by the World Health Organization that the epidemic is no longer categorized as a global health emergency. Now, the assessment is necessary to review the declaration of local areas of infection, which will expire on the 30th of June, and to facilitate the government in determining the next direction involving the latest protection measures against COVID-19. Health Minister Dr. Zaliha Mustafa said although WHO no longer categorized COVID-19 as an international health emergency, the ministry needs to take into account local factors.
Kita akan meneruskan SOP yang masih ada sekarang ini dan kita masih kekalkan lagi kawasan tempatan jangkitan yang akan kita sepatutnya berakhir pada akhir Jun. Jadi kita nak tengok lagi perkembangan sebab ada lagi kes-kes yang kita temui dan walaupun masih terkawal.
The minister was met after attending a town hall session on the white paper on health for the southern zone in Muar. Dr. Zaliha said the ministry will also review and update COVID-19 guidelines with reference to WHO's recommendations regarding the long-term management transition of the pandemic. Now, a full report on the internal investigation into the alleged bullying of a Royal Malaysian Air Force or RMAF trainee at the Kuantan Air Base in Pahang recently is expected to be ready soon. According to Deputy Defence Minister Adli Zahari, the investigation would take into consideration all aspects, including information from media reports and individuals.
Apa saja perkara berbangkit di Kementerian Pertahanan, kita memang buat siasatan dalaman dan biasanya dia akan dibentangkan di peringkat pasca kabinet. Kalau ada kelemahan kita akan perbaiki dan kita akan beri kerjasama semua pihak untuk maklumkan. Jadi bagi kita apa sahaja laporan yang kita terima sama ada melalui media atau melalui orang persorangan, memang kita akan ambil tanggungjawab itu.
He said this to reporters after the presentation of Pingat Jasa Malaysia or PJM Awards to Armed Forces veterans in Malacca today. A woman's allegations about her younger brother being bullied at the airbase had gone viral on social media recently, with photographs showing several personnel with the rank of corporal acting aggressively towards him. On the 3rd of May, media reports quoted police as confirming that 4 other TUDM trainees alleged that they were beaten up at the airbase. Now, police have arrested 5 individuals and seized drugs worth 3.43 million ringgit from 2 raids in Pontian and Tangkak last Thursday. Johor Police Chief Dato' Kamaruzaman Mahmad said all suspects, including a foreigner aged between 23 and 53, were detained at 8:45 p.m. to 10 p.m. Police seized 64.89 kilograms of shabu worth more than 2.14 million ringgit and 58,626 ecstasy pills worth 1.29 million ringgit. The seized drugs were estimated to had cater to 382,896 addicts on the streets. Now, Dato' Kamaruzaman said the modus operandi of the syndicate was to use homestay as their distribution transit to a neighbouring country via sea route, adding that the activity has been active since January. Police also confiscated 4 vehicles, a motorcycle, 2 fibre boats and money. Now, all suspects have been remanded for 7 days starting last Friday, and the case is being investigated under Section 39B of the Dangerous Drugs Act 1952. Now, police have denied that an incident in a video clip showing a man being robbed and injured by several individuals at a train station took place in Segambut. Now, instead, the incident was in fact footage from an incident in Brazil last month. Central District Police Chief ACP Bae Eng Lai said the 41-second video clip has been shared by irresponsible parties claiming it happened in Kuala Lumpur. Now, Bae also advised the public not to easily believe or spread unverified news so as not to cause alarm among the community. Now, stern action will be taken against individuals who violate the law. The video clip shows a man being robbed by a group of individuals and beaten and stabbed several times as the victim tried to retrieve his bag. The Attorney General's Chambers, or AGC, today denied issuing a media statement on the prosecution of Chief Secretary to the Government, or KSN, Tan Sri Muhammad Zuki Ali. Now, it was referring to a media statement dated 5th of May 2023. In a statement today, the AGC said the false media statement, which used the national emblem and the AGC's name, stated the AGC had received an investigation paper on the allegations against Tan Sri Muhammad Zuki from the Prime Minister's Special Officer on the instructions of Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim. Now, based on observation, the KSN's name in the media statement was not accurate. The false media statement also stated that the decision to prosecute Tan Sri Muhammad Zuki was based on evidence and facts of the investigation and not due to pressure from any party or other factors. A Malaysian mother and her 2 children who were trapped in the Al Gaza region for 22 days due to the conflict in Sudan arrived home today. Junaida Slamat and her children, Mama Ashraf 18 and Juliana Ashraf 23, arrived at the Kuala Lumpur International Airport, KLIA, via a Saudi flight which landed at 4:15 a.m. However, her husband, Sudanese citizen Ashraf Gassim El-Sim, is still stranded in Port Sudan as he does not have a Saudi Arabian resident pass. Junaida said it was after the 6th day that she received information from her sister in Malaysia that Wisma Putra was carrying out the process of evacuating Malaysians from Sudan.
Saya pun menantilah juga nama kami akan dipanggil, tapi tiada. Selepas 6 hari, 3 hari saja ada elektrik, selepas tu tak ada lagi. Selepas tu anak saya Ahmad Ashraf pergi ke Wisma Putra untuk membawa perkara ini ke Wisma Putra. Wisma Putra memberi kami nombor telefon untuk dikontaklah. Lebih kurang 3 hari selepas tu dia kedutaan Malaysia menjawab email saya.
She said the journey to Port Sudan was terrifying as there were roadblocks everywhere mounted by the army, but they were able to pass through as they had the necessary documents. Junaida thanked the staff at the Malaysian Embassy in Sudan, the Malaysian Consulate General in Jeddah, the government of Saudi Arabia, the Pakistani Embassy in Sudan, and all those involved for helping bring her and her children safely out of Khartoum. Shortage of sugar supply in Kelantan and Terengganu, not a crisis. Now, the issue of sugar shortage in Kelantan and Terengganu was due to workers of the manufacturing company and distribution centre taking long leave and not a crisis caused by supply disruption in the market. Domestic Trade and Cost of Living, or KPDN Minister Datuk Sri Salahuddin Ayub, said the issue was addressed after the Ops Manis integrated enforcement operations, whereby major wholesalers in both states received supplies in stages to distribute to retailers and wholesalers. He said on average, the use of sugar for East Coast states is 400 metric tons weekly. The sugar supply have also increased by 35% or 614.12 metric tons for 4 days to meet the demand.
Namun begitu, saya tidak berpuas hati tentang beberapa alasan yang diberikan. Terutama ada katanya isu cuti raya. Saya mahu di masa akan datang libat urus yang lebih serius akan saya ambil bagi pihak KPDN dengan pemain industri seperti MSN dan juga CSR supaya ini tidak berlaku lagi pada masa akan datang.
He said this to reporters after attending an Aidilfitri Rahmah open house in Bayan Lepas today. The ministry launched Ops Manis from the 3rd to the 6th of May to address sugar shortage in the two states. In a separate development, Datuk Sri Salahuddin said the government will continue the Payung Rahmah initiative by announcing a Rahmah insurance scheme for vehicles and residences within 2 weeks. 21 employers in Terengganu were prosecuted for various offences from January to April this year, according to the Terengganu Social Security Organisation, or SOCSO. Now, its director, Fariha Cik Hussein, said the offences include failing to register or contribute as stipulated under the Employees Social Security Act 1969 and the Employment Insurance System Act 2017. During the same period, 27 compounds were issued to employers for failing to report work-related accidents that befell the workers within the specified period. Fariha urged employers in the state to take advantage of Op Pemutihan Perkeso 2023 campaign to register their companies and employees with SOCSO.
Sekiranya majikan masih gagal melaksanakan contohnya tadi di bawah Ops Pemutihan, kita dah bagi 2 bulan dah ni ruangnya. So dulu kita bagi sebulan, sekarang dah bagi 2 bulan. Pada 1 Julai, Perkeso tidak akan berkompromi dan mereka-mereka yang masih gagal berbuat demikian, mereka boleh dikenakan tindakan undang-undang, iaitu boleh didenda sehingga RM10,000 atau penjara selama 2 tahun ataupun dikenakan tindakan kedua-duanya sekali.
Fariha was met after handing over the pension letter to Nur Farahan Shahdan, the widow of Muhammad Hussaini Amir Harun, who died of a road accident on the North-South Expressway near Senawang, Negeri Sembilan, last Friday. Malaysian pilgrims are advised to maintain discipline and obey the rules set by the Saudi Arabian authorities while in the Holy Land. Sultan Sharafuddin Idris Shah also advised pilgrims to discuss with Tabung Haji or the TH officials if there are any grouses or problems. The Selangor ruler also reminded pilgrims to not spread inaccurate news on social media because it only complicates matters and won't solve the problem. Prospective pilgrims were also reminded to take care of their health from now and remain patient under all circumstances. Sultan Sharafuddin also urged the people to pray for his and Tengku Permaisuri Nur Ashikin's health as they too would be performing the Hajj this year. His Majesty said this at the state-level Perdana Hajj course organised by TH and the Selangor Islamic Religious Department at the Sultan Salahuddin Abdul Aziz Shah Mosque in Shah Alam. Also present was Tengku Permaisuri of Selangor, Tengku Permaisuri Nur Ashikin. Some 6,000 prospective pilgrims from Selangor attended the Perdana Hajj course this year to improve their knowledge before departing for the Holy Land. Up next in sport, karate surpassed 3-goal target at the SEA Games. Karate continues to shore up the national contingent at the 2023 SEA Games after successfully raking in 2 more gold medals at Troy Changvar Convention Centre in Phnom Penh today. The first goal on the second day of competition was contributed by young exponent H. Surya Sankar in the men's individual kumite event under 60 kilograms after easily defeating the defending champion Ari Saputra of Indonesia 13-5. The victory saw the 21-year-old Kuala Lumpur-born athlete winning his second SEA Games gold after emerging champion in the under 67 kilograms category in the last edition in Hanoi, Vietnam last year. The gold rush momentum continued with karate champion and Jalur Gemilang bearer R. Shamendran, who had to work hard before confirming the gold in the men's individual kumite event under 75 kilograms by defeating Cambodian athlete Sot Panith 6-5. It was Shamendran's 4th consecutive gold in the under 75 kilograms category after the 2017 edition in Kuala Lumpur, the 2019 edition in Manila, Philippines, and the 2021 edition in Hanoi. With today's gold haul, the karate camp has successfully clinched 4 gold medals this time, surpassing the target of 3 golds set by the Malaysian Karate Federation or MAKAF. The National Men's Obstacle Race Quartet's dream of making history by winning a gold medal fell short after losing to the Philippines in the team relay final at the Troy Changvar Convention Centre in Phnom Penh this morning. Now, the quartet, consisting of Galib Muhammad Azimi, Muhammad Reda Roslan, Nur Hafiz, Said Alwi and Yung Wei Ting, had to settle for silver with a time of 25.15 seconds. The Philippines, who overtook Malaysia in the final moments of the competition, recorded a time of 24.47 seconds, while Indonesia and Laos shared the bronze after posting 31.27 seconds and 34.11 seconds, respectively, in another race. Although the result was not in Malaysia's favour, Muhammad Reda, as the team leader, said they had given their best after sacrificing time and energy in an effort to make history by winning gold. Meanwhile, in the women's team relay competition, Malaysia won bronze together with Cambodia, while gold was won by the Philippines and silver by Indonesia. Obstacle race events contributed Malaysia's first medals at the 2023 SEA Games, when both Wei Ting and Wan Atira Hidayah Ahmad Fuzli delivered bronze medals in their respective events. And in football, Malaysia suffered their first defeat in 2 matches when they lost 2-0 to Thailand in a Group B men's football match of the SEA Games at the Prince Stadium on Saturday. The Thailand, who have won the most gold medals in SEA Games football, scored through substitutes Anand Yotsangwal and Yotsakon Burapa in the second half to deal a setback to the Harimau Muda squad under coach E. Ella Varasan. In the match played under sweltering conditions with temperatures hitting 39 degrees Celsius, Malaysia had a better share of exchanges in the early stages before Thailand started showing their mettle in the 15th minute. The Isara Sritaro guided Thais continued to pressure the Malaysian defence and made it difficult for Ella Varasan's chargers to string their moves until the half-time whistle, and the trend persisted in the second half. However, Thailand found the goal they were searching for in the 73rd minute after Anand slipped through the Malaysian defence and lashed onto a pass from Chanarong Promsikau to drive a low shot past goalkeeper Sik Iza Nazril Sik Azman. Now that goal clearly fired up the Thais while Malaysia's team lost, and a mistake by substitute Adam Farhan Muhammad Faisal was exploited by Thailand to launch a counter-attack which resulted in the second goal by Yotsakon. Now the defeat has not dashed Malaysia's semi-final hopes, but has made their task harder as they will be playing defending champions Vietnam and Singapore in their 2 remaining matches. And that's it from us this evening in our top story, risk assessment of COVID-19 infection next month. Join us for updates at noon at 12:30 tomorrow. We leave you with the launch of Proton X90, which was successfully launched by the Prime Minister this afternoon. I'm Jessica Lee. Thank you for watching.